Hi guys, Ali here from the Emotional Guidance Guru, and I'm coming to you today because I want to share with you a couple of lessons that I've been going through the past couple of days that have shown me a lot about myself and have been so rich and fulfilling and expansive and scary and painful, all of them at the same time. And although this has been an emotional roller coaster, I've been able to take myself through it in an emotional balanced way. And this is because I have the tools on how to do so, and I want to share them with you today because maybe you're going through an emotional roller coaster of your own and you don't know where to start and you don't know what to do, and you need a couple of tools to understand what is going like in your environment. So basically, this is something that is happening also on a collective level because of the way Earth is positioned right now. We're all having to deal and integrate lessons around control, manipulation, deceit, and unbalanced perspectives. And so this is going to look different for all of you, but in an individual level, we're all having to process this and transmute this information so that you can understand what is going on from a healthy, balanced perspective. So, what has happened in my life? I will share with you first, and then I'm going to share with you 3 different tools that have helped me come back into emotional balance, and then what this actually means and why it's coming up. So first, personally, crazy weekend. It's been one of the craziest weekends of my life, and basically I was surrounded by a couple of soulmates that I've been attracting in my life, and this has been a beautiful experience all of its own. It's been same people coming back into my life and showing me similar lessons, friendships, but also relationships that have shown me that I want to integrate this lesson. Basically, if they all have the same pattern, I want to integrate this lesson. And although it wasn't pleasant or beautiful at the time, I do see and I'm very grateful for it now. At that moment, what it was me being deceived by 2 different people, both of them at the same time, and they actually knew each other. And I was just in the middle, feeling deceived by one, manipulated by one, and then by the other one, and just not knowing what was true. And so I felt incredibly confused, deceived, and just not well, I guess. And so the way I took myself through it was first by feeling it in my body, and then understanding that this is something there in order to be healed. So acceptance is key, is step number 1. Feel where does it feel in your body and accept that it's here because it's going to help you grow. And then step number 2 is try to find any form of emotional release. Try to find any sort of tools that can help you release this emotional charge at the moment itself. So this could look like writing, this could look like jogging, this could look like crying, this could look like talking to a person, this could look like art, music. Any form of creativity can also help you bring this emotional information up and just release it. After you've done that, find a way in which you can come back into balance. So 3 different ways I've been able to do that is earthing, contemplation practices, and the breath of fire. So I will explain to you a little bit of how to do each and every single one, but it's important that you take yourself through this 3-step process, because if you cannot accept emotions are there, what's going to happen is that you repress what's going on in your life, and that shows up later as illness or addiction. So try to accept what's going on in your life. It's there to show you something about your own life that you want to learn, so accept it. Second, release it. Just let it go in whatever form that works for you. Dancing, talking, whatever it is, just release it. And then step number 3, come back into alignment so you can look at what happened in a healthy, balanced way. So these 3 techniques that I've been using are crazy powerful, so give them a shot. Number 1, my favorite one, is earthing. Earthing is a practice that has a lot of research, and the folks at MIT have been looking at how if you connect to your body and nature, and you put your 2 bare foot on the ground, your energy centers become balanced right away. So your lymphatic system is working, your mind is working, your mind is balanced, and you feel connected to your body, and you have a more clearer perspective. So there's a bunch of research behind it, but most importantly, well, for me, this has looked like me feeling just more in balance and more at ease. So this could be you going to the forest, walking barefooted on the ground, on your garden. For me, I've been going to the beach quite a lot just because in the northern hemisphere it's summer, and I love the feeling of the breeze on my shoulders and the waves and sound of the ocean. It feels incredibly expansive to me, so that's what I've been doing. But this could look different for you, so just go to nature, walk barefooted, and look it up if you're interested. It's called earthing, and it's all over the internet. Another tool that I've been using, it's called the Breath of Fire, and this is a Kundalini meditation that I've learned in all different places actually, and it's what you have to do is actually connect to your body, focus on your navel point, and then do a very strong breathing. And if you can put your arms up, that helps a lot because that tenses your muscles and it creates a circle of oxygen in your body, so that then you're increasing your energy, you're feeling more empowered about whatever's happening in your life. So this kind of breath is the one you need to do. I don't know if you've seen it or heard it before, but this is the Breath of Fire. Also look it up. It's all over social media as well. And this brings your focus from the mind also into your body. And also it detoxifies your mind because you're increasing your oxygen levels at the point. So try that one out. It's also amazing. And then the last one, it's instead of focusing on the body, this one is a little bit more mind. So it's called a contemplation practice. So how this looks like is you sit in a quiet room and you first understand that you're going to come back to center. So you observe your thoughts when they're coming out and you don't repress them, but you also don't attach to them. You look at them as clouds in the sky. So they're coming up, they're going away. They're coming up, they're going away. You're not attaching to them, you're not rejecting them, you're not choosing to engage with them. And once you are able to look at any thought coming up in your environment and not attached to it, you are more at center, you feel some sort of silence. And when you're there, try to look at the same situation from this balanced perspective so that you see what has happened in a healthy emotional way. So these are 3 tools that have really helped me. Take them, use them, they're very powerful. And why this is happening, I will share with you because I think it's also important to understand what emotional triggers are. So emotional triggers are information from your environment coming up to be healed. Normally how this happens is that in your cognitive belief systems, at some point in time you experienced something and you understood it in a way in which it's actually a bias. You saw it in a way in which you felt something, and then you took that with you and you're still seeing the way in which you operate and the world around you from that perspective. So that's not serving you, and it's there to be released and let go of. So if you want to learn more about that, you can follow us in all of our social media channels, in all our YouTube channel, Instagram, and Facebook. And let us know if you want to know more about this. There's all sorts of different tools that we have at the Emotional Guidance Guru phone application or the lectures that we're hosting. So if you want to know more about us, follow us. But most importantly, try to feel how these things apply to your life and try to look at your emotional triggers as internal processes instead of blaming others, because blaming others just takes your power away and gives you a feeling that you can't do anything about your life because you feel like you need to control others. So try to do this if this works for you. And I hope that you take yourself through this emotional roller coaster in a beautiful, healthy way, because all these lessons are just there in order to be healed. And once you do that, you feel amazing. I feel amazing about what has happened over my weekend, although it's been the craziest roller coaster probably of my life ever. And so there is a way to take yourself through it in a balanced way. And I hope this has served you. And if you want to know more about us, follow us. And I hope to be in touch. Have a beautiful week, and I love you all.